that's a defender's nightmare. But Fabio Asca unable to get there in time. Played the second half. Good turn. Flores. The path of Amador. Come in the second half. 7 shots on target. Again, all big chances. Big chances. As I'm not happy that the referee runs away from his appeal for a free kick. And Indonesia run up the other end of the pitch on a counter-attack. That's a neat clearance. Flores, who had dropped all the way back into defensive midfield to help out his players. Venezuela are in a strong position, 2-0 up against Haiti. England are beating Egypt, who were leading Group E. That's around that. England's chances a great deal of help as well if they can hold on to that. Only 25 minutes in though, those two games. Those two games that are happening at the same time as these ones. Matching disappears over the advertising boarding. Only that there, trying to get his hands on his ball after trying to get his feet on the ball. Long ball in, here it comes again. That's a whopping great throw. Premier League of late. Gone out of favour for a few years. Honduras look like they've got one. He's got elastic bands in his shoulders. South Korea and Switzerland confirmed their places in the knockout rounds. Switzerland top of Group F, followed by South Korea. Mexico losing out, so they remain on 3 points, with a goal difference of 0. When you consider the goal differences of the two teams on display here today, that shows you the uphill task they have. Indonesia with a free kick. That's a decent ball in the middle, but again, it's not very dangerous. Over the top. Good delivery by Evandela. Baker again couldn't keep it down. Inside the last 20 minutes. Still 1-1. Heading out. Third and fourth. Indonesia and Honduras respectively. Wasn't an awful lot that the Honduran goalkeeper Valladares could do about that. What a thumping drive that was from the left-sided midfielder. Look at this. Bang! And his first goal, Indonesia back in front with 17 and a half minutes to go. And hope for the knockout stages is raised once more. Somewhat of real attacking quality. That was the best moment of the match. And here they come again. This time though it goes wide from Ahmed. Suddenly, all of the pressure is coming from the Asian side. Ivandra, who started off with his penalty, shoots from distance. Well, it's a measure of how bad the shooting from distance has been, and that's the best one so far in the game. That one only a few feet over the bar. Coming from the Indonesian fans. Quite like that song actually. However, they won't like it if Honduras come back here, mistaken, trying to distribute the ball out of midfield by Indonesia, and they've been let off by an injudicious tackle from a Honduran. To go. Indonesia have led twice in this match. They conceded an equaliser barely 2 minutes after they took the lead. The lead has lasted 3 minutes now. Pointed away by Oliva. Nice little turn by Nazmi, but into trouble in the end. Head, the Indonesia skipper. So we expect 90 minutes in both the games so far for the man with the captain's armband on. He's in Bali. On football. That was the goal though. Well, if you're going to have a match winner, why not do it from outside the area? Balance involved in that was superb. Totally knew what he was going to do from the moment he got his first touch. skipper. He's going to have to be replaced. The man who will come on to replace him is Lucas Rafaeli. There's also going to be a substitution for Honduras as well. Christopher Vega is going to come on. He's on the right-hand side. So Honduras bring on a defender. Indonesia probably even going to defend more than Honduras at the moment by virtue of the fact they're in front. Indonesian fans delighted. So then, the skipper is carried off. Arana, who is going to come off for Honduras. Final minute. Just confirmation of Panchi coming off. Will be replaced by Lucas. Charge down. To get the ball forward here, Honduras. They are running out of time fast. They need 2 goals really to give themselves any hope indeed of going through as one of the best third-place teams. Very hard in there. Ivandra Florasta is the man who was on top of things there, literally. And he's got the captain's armband now, but his centre-back, Panji, has been taken off for treatment. Alberto gives the ball away and gives possession away. 10 minutes to go. 80 minutes on the clock. Left into the challenge there by Vega, who's just come on. However, Indonesia continue on anyway, and they've drafted quite a good opportunity. It goes wide from Dimas Adi. Nice little weave around there. There was no other options, perhaps, although I say that, but Metsa had carried on through and could have received another little ball through, and then it would have been him against the keeper. Under 9 minutes to do something about this 2-1 deficit. Is Suazo. Bad ball in from Suazo. It's almost a very good ball. 2 players went for it, one with the head, one with a flailing kick. That was Medina. Neither could make contact. Medina almost got there and took it off the boot of Areola. By Baker. Long fishing trip of a ball forward. Metsa can't collect and ends up knocking over his marker in any case. Yeah, pretty clear. Running straight into Palacios. Running into Arthur, excuse me. Now speeding everything up, including the throw-ins. They're demoralising experience. They are trying to come forward here with Flores. Suazo. Both of them in the box really. Suazo's trying to go through. He goes down. Referee has not given a penalty. I thought he was pointing at the penalty spot there for a second. Suazo looks at his coach. Great run by the forward. Contact with Al-Ghazani. So then, video support review has inevitably been served. Makes sense at this point anyway. So the first thing is no offside. There's no handball there by Flores either. So then we start to watch Suazo. He cut back inside. I'm not quite sure what they're going to tell from that wide angle. We need to be right up close. Has he just run into? There is a leg forward by Al-Ghazani. Could that be interpreted as obstruction rather than a foul? If it is obstruction, it would be a free kick, an indirect one. What's the referee going to decide? Not surprisingly, Marion Babu completely in agreement. Well, I think he's just keeping counsel. They probably know the defender just stood his ground. Desperation by Suazo, desperate to get something. Starting lineup. And he comes on for Amador. They'll throw everything they can now at the Indonesian goal. Literally, here it comes. Another massive throw into the middle, causing problems. Here is Flores. Hits it against an Indonesia defender, and it's that man there, the man who scored the opening goal, and has taken the captain's armband as well. For Asta, the complete performance. Another one coming in though. Here it comes again. From Oliva. Almost cleared the entire pitch with that. There'll be a few coaches who will be looking at that long throw, I think, and what's possible. Flores went up for it. It is a corner kick in everything but name. That throw from Oliva. We saw in the first half, he threw from his deep inside his own half, deep inside the second half. He's got so much power in those arms. Straight defeat. Indonesia on course for their first points in Group H, that will already be taken by Zambia or Brazil. 81 minutes gone there as well, and Zambia still leading thanks to the goal after 26 minutes by Jonathan Kalimina. All in. Goalkeeper gets something on it, but the referee has blown for a free kick on the Indonesia shot stopper. Decent enough ball in by Mati. Goalkeeper did get there and then was put under undue pressure, according to our referee. Suarzo on his way again. Looking inside. Chance here at the last. Immediately into the action. But smothered by Rajasa, who's not had much to do in the first half, but what he has had to do, he's done well. And Bonan will go into the book almost immediately. The referee judging it, he was never in with a chance of getting to this ball and slid in on the goalkeeper. Yellow card as well against Zambia too. He's one of those who would have been suspended for the next game had Honduras qualified. Coming up then, Ilham Romadona is going to come on for the last few seconds. Imagine that the fourth official was getting the minutes added on board ready, and all of a sudden he's got to change that and put up the substitution board instead. There is it, 1 minute. To get that job done first. It's not an awful lot of time added on at the end of this. Niaza is going to come off. Niaza Bojalatula has led the line well in this game. Best chance came in the first half where he followed up on Ivandra's shot at goal with a rebound that went over. Games, although not as big part as this one. Brazil have equalised in the other game. That puts them back at the top of the Group H standings once more, heading into time added on at the end of that game as well. The Zambians will be sick with that if that stays the way it is, because it will hurt them in terms of the seeding for the knockout stages. Context, the team that is the best in the group stages will take on the team that was the worst of the top 8 third-place teams. And it works backwards from there. So it's certainly within your interest to be as high up the seedings as possible. Coming across was Aida Bagish. Turchia. Indonesia's purpose well. Yellow card for time wasting on issues for Fabio.